Okay, so yesterday I put out a video talking about how I feel like Microsoft undercut the Halo Infinite reveal by saying that next year is going to be the big year. We're going to get a lot more next year. And it's like, why? Why even tease it? Why even do that? To me, it was exceptionally stupid to do. Why not just wait till 2020, reveal it all then? Don't give us anything this year, keep us wanting more. And again, by the time it comes out next year, if we're not getting anything new till next year, then it kind of is just wasted. It's just wasted headlines. It's wasted ink. It's wasted hype. And I also said that with the Xbox Games Pass for PC, it's going to be undercutting the value of the Project Scarlet, of the next console, kind of being just an absolute waste of time. And a lot of people out there didn't really agree with me on that, and that's perfectly fine. But I still stand by my point, and I say that, and I kind of want to back it up by this report coming out today that I didn't know was coming out today, because it says here that Microsoft wanted to bring Halo: The Master Chief Collection to the PlayStation 4. We're talking about the franchise that launched the Xbox brand. We're talking about the franchise that launched the Xbox brand. This game series moves units. Halo 5, maybe not so much. That's because 343 doesn't really know how to handle Halo games. I think that's one of the reasons why Halo Infinite is being touted around as a soft reboot of the franchise. So they can move far away from Bungie and go, no. They did it. Okay, we're going to do it better. But by trying to port it over to the PS4, what does that show you about how much faith Phil Spencer has in the Xbox? Now, not the brand. The brand is strong 100%. We're talking about the console. The Xbox One has had issues ever since 2013 when it was initially unveiled right before E3. Then we had that disastrous E3 press conference. Don Matrix screwed everything, and gamers have an absolute long memory. They have an insanely long memory, and they did not jump on the Xbox One bandwagon. It all went to PS4, and PS4 masterfully trolled them during that E3. I was going to put my money down on the Xbox. And then I watched the Sony press conference, and then I went out and I pre-ordered a PS4. And you know what? I still prefer my PS4 to my Xbox One X 100%. But this goes to show you this. Now, anyway, it says here, according to a new report, Microsoft was once looking to bring the Halo Master Chief Collection to PS4 and may still be. Keep in mind on that one right there, the may still be. And again, that goes back to what I said yesterday. The report comes from former IGN PlayStation journalist Colin Moriarty, who said during a recent episode of his podcast, Sacred Symbols, that Microsoft was once looking at bringing the collection of Master Chief games to PS4 a couple of years ago. He says, I have it on good authority that the Master Chief collection was being talked about on PS4 years ago. Like, I have that on good authority. Moriarty states that he wouldn't be surprised if he saw Xbox games coming to PS5 in the next few years, pointing out that he doesn't think that the Xbox brand is going anywhere, but it will eventually bring its games everywhere. And a few years ago, this would have been a wild suggestion. But now, seeing the moves Microsoft is making with Xbox, it is completely on the table. It's obvious Microsoft believes the future of gaming is software services and not hardware. Of course, this would undermine any reason to own an Xbox over a PlayStation console, but the money lost in hardware sales could be easily made up in software sales, which is exactly the point. And it's not even going to go, we're not even going to be looking at this sort of thing as being, what's what I want to use here. It's not even going to be exactly software sales. We're talking, it's all subscription based. This is exactly what they're doing. So they were probably floating the idea to see if PlayStation wanted to get the Master Chief collection, to see whether or not they could make a deal work with Sony. And I'm telling you this right now, had they actually done that, it would have destroyed the Xbox brand. 100% it would have destroyed the Xbox brand. No. It's so intrinsically tied to Xbox that by going, we're going to be porting the Xbox or the Master Chief collection over to the PlayStation 4, it would have killed the brand. It would have been worse than E3 with Don Matrix in 2013 and the whole online only aspect of it. It would have been terrible. But Phil Spencer is trying to navigate those waters to, I think, ultimately save the division that he runs. It's one of the reasons why they're buying a whole bunch of developers, why they bought Obsidian, why, they bought a bunch of other ones. They just bought Double Fine, although that's their wasted money, if you ask me. So, but they definitely are at a point where they want to start developing software and then porting it out to other systems. And a few months ago, when we heard about the deal that Microsoft made with Nintendo to bring Xbox Live to the Switch, that makes a lot of sense. Because Nintendo doesn't understand online components, period. They don't get it at all. They've never gotten it. And that's a huge, massive thing that they're missing out on. And Microsoft gets it. That's one thing they've done right. Xbox Live as a service is phenomenal. It has been ever since it came out in 2002. And now it's 17 years old. It's a good, solid system. They know what they're doing. By porting it over to the Switch, they could then run a system like game streaming, like the Xbox Games Pass. By bringing that to the Switch, they would then, at least through streaming, and we're seeing that now being a thing with Stadia, and I think, was it Ubisoft is working on something else as well. I mean, there's a lot of people that are going to be jumping into the streaming your games on any device situation. And by bringing over those type of titles from Xbox over to the Nintendo on the Switch for portability, it'd be very interesting to see what's going to happen with all that. That to me is where the future is going. There almost is no point in purchasing the Project Scarlet. At this point, I've completely lost interest in it. I know it was just kind of barely announced. Next year, we're going to get a lot more. My opinions could change. I could find myself wanting to get my hands on it. But if this is the direction they're going to be taking my favorite gaming brand, then I don't want to be a part of it. I don't think it's a good idea. I think that they are selling out. And I think that this is simply because of E3 2013. And that is an odd statement to make, but I will always stand by that, in the sense that you've got such a pivotal moment in gaming, the discussion of a new console, and to have it so just righteously crapped on by the powers that be at Xbox. So much so that the dude was out like 2 months later. Matrick was gone like 2 months later. He went over to Zynga, right? Where's Zynga been? Think about that. Oh, he left there pretty quick. But he got a $19 million payout by leaving Xbox. That's how much money Don Matrick made off of sinking the brand single-handedly through egotism and absolute BS. And as a result, Phil Spencer, God bless him, has absolutely tried. And it does feel at this point like Microsoft Games is moving into becoming a publisher and, releasing their games on whatever platform they can. This is the beginning of the end for Xbox, 100%. It's unfortunate. Somewhere in my closet over here, I've got my Adidas hoodie from the Xbox 360 launch party in the Mojave Desert at the end of November 2005. And I love that hoodie because that to me was such a cool gaming moment to be in that airplane hangar in the Mojave Desert with a whole bunch of other gamers that traveled from all over the world to be at the release of the Xbox 360. To then 14 years later, watching the brand just die or the console just die. But that's where things are going. It's entirely possible in the next 10 years, PlayStation won't even be a thing, that they'll jump into the whole selling, just developing games and doing the streaming. That's moving further and further away from owning physical media that we have then control of. The further gaming gets, the more into the future it goes. The possibilities are endless, but the restrictions are the same, and that is unfortunate. Anyway, those are just my thoughts on this one. What do you guys think about it? Let me know down in the comments below. I will talk to you all later. Have yourself a great day. If you made it this far in the video, type Xbox in the chat so I know, and leave a like while you're at it. Talk to you later. Have a good one, guys, and peace out.